This just seems like they like kind of hit a wall on the Doom is kind of what this screams to me. It's like they still are really really prioritizing Ben Jazz getting his Visage, and he's had a phenomenal tournament on it. There's no reason to not pick it, I would say. I'm gonna come back to that pick in just a moment, but I think what they've decided is they're like, all right, we need to have a more active four, something that's not just press Doom and try and win a fight. So they go for the Tiny instead. It makes a lot of sense. Now, this was a hero that I mentioned the very first time I saw Ravens in this tournament because they picked Visage both games, and I was like, I'm surprised no one's picking Naga Siren. For those of you who don't know, Naga Siren is by far like one of the hardest counters, not only in the game, but also in the lane to Visage. It is utterly unplayable. So I'm really worried now for this off lane of Ravens. So we'll see what they can do. But if this is like Silencer 5 with a Naga Siren, they're going to get crushed.
Yeah, the lane is basically just grief at that point. They're gonna need to rethink where they're putting these heroes. I'm not sure what you could put up against the Naga Siren at this point, though. This far into your draft, what really like fits here? And
I mean, you need a
just
mid laner, right? Like this is what the last
yeah,
thing we need for both these teams is going to be their mid lanes.
yeah.
The
I mean, you
downside
could
for
flex things.
Ravens is, oh, go ahead.
You could flex things around. You could put the Visage to the tiny mid, but I think your Visage is your core against the Naga Siren. Like in the like, sure you don't get owned in the lane, but as the game goes on, like your mid is essentially useless.
Yeah.
So yeah. You think they need like an initiation hero on top of what they currently have? A spirit hero, a puck spirit, for example. One of my favorites.
Yeah, I mean, you need something that can clear the Naga illusions as well in these fights and help find the correct hero. Because right now you just don't have any way of doing that. But you need control. So yeah, the Ember Spirit was like the obvious one to me. He's probably like the best at helping clear out these illusions and fighting into the Naga Siren.
Mhm.
But
So of course they banned him and ruined your prediction.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say was the Ember Spirit. I don't really know what you can pick because you have a lot of problems here. Because they could actually put the Bat Rider mid, right, and dodge the Slark lane, which is totally feasible, and then take an off lane hero here for the side of 5RATFORCESTAFF, which they do end up banning the Viper. So I think that's what they're expecting is just the mid Bat Rider here for kits, and they're looking for Speed's hero here in the off lane.
Mhm. Okay. I mean, the Viper would be decent here. They've already banned it. Dude, these are all just like speed bans, man. This is kind of insane.
Yeah.
Look at this. Primal, Pango, Adigma, usually put on position 3, has been gotten rid
Flesh.
of as
Okay.
well. The lead granted the Viper. They're just banning out speed.
Oh, they did ban out pretty much your two best illusion counters from the mid lane.
I
Leshrac
don't
is
think they would
and
have
Ember Spirit.
I don't think they would have taken the Leshrac here. Like it counters at the Naga side reasonably well, but you just die as you go in because you don't have any save on your team.
Yeah, you would need like some form of like a stun or something, right?
Yeah. Ooh, I see my boy Storm Soldats in the chat right now.
Yeah,
Love
big
that guy.
Diego fan here.
Yeah. Oh, nice. He's a fan of us as well. He's posting the funny emoji. Anyways, back on topic here. They go for the Quap Blast. So they have some AoE clear now. They have some backline jump, but this is a double-edged sword, man. The Quap against like a Silencer, Naga, and Skywrath Mage. You have potential to just get completely owned.
Okay, so my question here is like the Batrider technically does get absolutely slapped by Queen of Pain, but you are right. Like it is definitely a double-edged sword. I think the only plan here is to just try and win this mid lane for Nango Flow. And off lane, they grab themselves the axe. Okay, this is a pretty good pick, honestly.
I mean, that's your disabled ends up going through the Dark Pact. You can grab him when he's in his Shadow Dance as well on the Slark. Like Axe is a pretty solid Slark counter.
It's also just good
I
against all of
think
these heroes. Like Visage gets absolutely destroyed by this hero because it usually relies on Gravekeeper Cloak. It doesn't have like exceptionally high
I
HP.
don't think he's
So
great against Jakiro.
yeah, that's true. It does struggle a lot against Jakiro.
Hmm. The Axe doesn't deal very well with dots that slow him. And Jakiro is here with dots that slow people. Queen of Pain is going to be an issue as well. But outside of that, I do like the Axe pick last. I think it's going to counter the Slark reasonably well.
Not
Put
to
on Ravens game number 1. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, not to mention, you have such good follow up to Axe Call, where it's like Axe Blink calls someone, just instant global, and then your team fight is basically completely ruined on the side of Ravens. You can't save anyone at that point, right? The same thing with Lasso. If you go Blink Lasso, it was just an instant global. So they can play around this silencer really well. I think DNM is going to have an absolute field day on this Naga Siren. Like I said, this is probably one of the single worst matchups in the game for a Visage to play into. You're all going to find out very soon why. It has to do with the Naga illusions and the fact that Visage has 0 wave clear for them. And you're a hero with 0 armor. And you will never get a Gravekeeper's Cloak charge. It feels very bad. It's so bad.
Dude, I've seen this before. You just like get run down underneath your own tower.
Dude, you can literally level 3 Naga Siren, just run 2 to 3 illusions with like a single like Riptide at the Visage, and it will kill you. Like you actually will just die 100 to 0 at level 2 mirror image. It's nuts. It's so bad.
Look, they got the little signature things on the profile. Does he
the
have one?
Stickers?
No, Speed doesn't. Speed respects no one.
It's all right. I respect him for not using the stickers at all, because they're just the single-handed worst implementation of a product that we've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, but they got the little signatures on them. I think they're cute.
If only they were implemented in any capacity that was useful. Because right now, the only like use for them is to not use them, which is not really a good scenario.
That's not true. You can get your little stamp books, you know? It's like the hobbies that people have. You fill up your stamps, and at the end of the season, they expire, so you don't get to keep them. But you can fill up your stamps.
Okay.
It's like stamp collecting.
I understand that it's like stamp collecting, but then no one can, you can't go to your friends and be like, hey, you want to see my stamp collection? Because no one can see it. No one can see them. It's like, what's the point? You know, because like the idea, right, is ripped from CSGO, because they have these stickers in CSGO. That's where it comes from. And they're like, hey, what if
I stamp collect for myself? You stamp collect to show them off. We are not the same.
No. But in CSGO, you can equip them like stamps onto like the weapons and stuff, so you can see them while you're using those weapons. You know what you can't see in Dota 2?
Is it stamps?
It's the stickers. You can't see them at all, unless they were like turned in
stamps instead of stickers. I like my term better.
I don't know. I'm gonna use the stickers, but if you could like use them as like a spray or something instead, it wouldn't be that bad. It could actually be okay if you could use them as sprays in games.
Just sprays.
But then then it's just sprays. And then I have like another chat wheel I have to make and customize, which I think having 4 chat wheels is kind of a problem.
That's my ideal way of playing Dota. I would prefer it if nobody ever spoke to me ever, and they just used chat wheels to communicate.
Well,
I don't know about you.
I mean, it's worked for other games. That's how League of Legends does it, because they by default disable all chat.
Oh, how do you get all chat again?
No, like chat entirely. Like you can't chat to allies or enemies. Like it's just by default disabled on all accounts now, because their community was so toxic and people were so mean that they just said,
what do you
if we
mean
just
were?
Okay, they're like, what if we just turned off all chatting features in the entire game? And like people had to search through menus to try and figure out how to turn it back on.
Oh, but you can turn it back on by searching through menus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, people don't play interactive games to interact with other humans, Ricky. You're mistaken.
Okay. My bad. I didn't realize that.
This is just like the stamp collecting meta that I explained to you. I stamp collect for myself.
Interesting. Do the stickers seriously expire at the end of the month?
I don't know. I might have made that up.
I think the stickers like exist. Continue to exist. But you know what expires at the end of the month? All the supporter packs. Why did they do that?
Those expire at the end of the month?
Yeah, they expire as soon as TI is done. So they literally expire November 2nd, I think, when part 2 of the Battle Pass comes out. I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep saying Battle Pass. It's the Gamba Pass.
Let's see. I only had the Wait, so this thing only lasts a month. That's unfortunate.
Yep. They
Man, I
literally
bought
last 30
2
days.
supporter packs.
30 days, Neff. Congratulations.
I made 2 supporter packs, so I bought the 2 supporter packs that I made.
Well, at least you get them for 30 days.
That's true.
And you don't get to keep any part of it. But, you know.
You get the emotes.
That's true. You do get to keep the emotes. If
Did
only
see
you could keep the
nouns,
wallpapers and stuff,
emote?
though.
It's pretty good.
I bet it is, dude. The nouns pack is always good.
Hold on, let me drop it in the chat for you real quick. No one hears me. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. You also got in
Alright, let's
trouble
get back
last
on
time you
topic.
tried talking, I think.
That was like a year ago. Certainly, they don't remember it.
That was funny.
Well, if I said like literally anything in chat and then immediately Nina just like, Neff, don't make me remind you what happened last time you tried to speak. Thank you, Nina.
Yes, of course, of course. Well, I'm a little curious to see how this game's going to play out. I think right now 5RATFORCESTAFF just have a much more straightforward lineup. I mean, you just got so many ways of finding kills into this mid game, and I don't feel like this Slark is going to have like the greatest time. That being said, they're going to commit 4 here to this bottom rune just to make sure that they get them. So it will be a 2-for-2 rune trade.
There you go. So completely balanced as all things should be, Ricky.
I like it. I like it.
Wait, how do you feel about? Well, we talked about the matchup. You said that the Queen of Pain is gonna like body the Batrider here. The Batrider does a little bit better now that the stick actually applies damage. It stacks. You can get a little bit of her ass off, but again, I still think this is quite heavily Queen of Pain favored.
It's supposed to be Queen of Pain favored. Like I will say, I have seen Batriders like kill Queen of Pains before, and if that happens, your game is just over. It also is super dependent on support help. So if the supports manage to make a rotation to the mid lane, we might see the Queen of Pain go down, and you do have a Skywrath Mage, and a single silence might be all that is needed to actually find that kill. So
yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a little bit easier to do that at like the 5-minute mark. When it switches over to nighttime, lack of vision, that's how you like close that gap and get the silence off at the right time. And by then, Batrider will be level 6. You can follow up with a lasso, and things will be okay-ge.
I like that. You're an okay-ge sayer, not an okega.
Yeah, we say okay-ge. So a lot of my players like mannerisms and ways of speaking are starting to rub off on me, unfortunately.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be another fucking clone. I miss having a unique personality. I'm being assimilated. I was just speaking of like assimilated. Last night, everyone was watching Princess Bride together and eating Korean chicken.
Oh, that sounds like a
what I was
great
doing
night.
between games here. It was a pretty good night. A lot of the people hadn't seen it before. Back on topic of this game, though. I get too easily distracted. You know me, Ricky.
Yeah, it's all right.
So one thing I wanted to highlight that I haven't had the chance to speak about enough, Cass, is the removal of the small camps over by the mid lane.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking to Sammy Boy about this one. You actually forced to fight your opponent now.
Yeah.
Which makes these matchups that are kind of unfavorable, like Batrider having to play against the Queen of Pain, it makes it a lot harder for the Batriders. You can't just like retreat to a small camp when you know you're getting absolutely bodied.
Yeah,
that's not really what's going on so far.
There's a lot of implications that the small camp being removed has on the game. Like in general, it just removes gold from the map, which was like probably one of the most important things as well, just because you're slowing down item timings. Passive gold was removed or like reduced as well. So it just makes it a little bit slower before like your mid laner is going to be able to really contribute to the game. And that makes a big difference.
Yep, he's getting owned as far as denies goes right now, but it's kind of to be expected. You have a lot more base damage to work with on the Queen of Pain.
Yeah. And you can't really get aggressive on the hero either, right? With Batrider, like the only way you do it is if the Queen of Pain makes a mistake, and she has pretty much infinite mana. Well, I say that.
The Ravens doesn't
Yeah.
make mistakes.
I was like, he just plays with the blink. If Kits was able to get the pushback on the flame break, maybe you could find a kill there. But yeah, every single time he gets aggressive, you just blink away.
Yeah, and if you commit the flame break, then that's 110 mana that you desperately need in order to like secure CS in lane. It's 110 mana you're not using to spam out sticky napalm.
Bottom lane, Kara nearly goes down. That first blood still eluding us for the moment.
I think Kara's fine, looking very healthy. Oh, top lane, Dismar ends up messing up the toss back to the tower.
He's just
Does
blowing
the
some
creep back
bubbles.
instead. So Kit's made the rotation. He realizes that he's like kind of losing his lane to Quap, as we talked about, and instead went to go grab the bounty rune. Then
oh, he blinked for this. Nango Flow. He has to TP. He's actually TPing back to the other side of mid lane. All right.
Yeah, I mean he had a water rune. So
okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
Ooh, that's a good glyph.
Yeah, didn't get either of the range creeps because of that.
He's not gonna get any of these creeps, I think. Yeah, that's a rough one.
Oh, he didn't go for the deny there on. He ended up getting one of those creeps. He didn't go for the deny on the flag bearer creep there, Ricky.
Yeah, always worth it. Always worth it. So DNM free farming top lane as expected. Again, this matchup in lane is pretty much unplayable for the Visage. He is going a different build this time, just double null tally into tranquil boots. He just doesn't want to actually contest this hero. Like, he can't do his regular build here. He has no real damage output. It's rough. Meanwhile, bottom lane, the Slark doing okay.
Yeah, he's doing just okay.
Okay.
His
this
courier is
guy.
currently dead though, so he's not able to bring himself out anything. He's gonna instead be passed a tango by the Jakiro. He'll back up with that one. Interrupts Merlin's clarity and chases him out of the lane. Top Benjaz is getting run down, but he's gonna be able to make it to the tower. It's like we talked about the early boots, which he desperately needs in order to get away.
Yeah.
That alongside the grave chill, and he's got enough movement speed in order to get pretty far from these guys. We're gonna see some action in the 6-minute room, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely essential that these teams make this rotation. You're not quite level 6 on the Bat Rider. He's gonna get himself a regen, so that's a big pickup. In terms of net worth, though, mid lane, it's not too far behind. He's about 500 gold. It's the XP that's the big deal. If he gets the lasso timing here fairly soon, we could definitely see Kits find a solo kill on the Nango Flow if he lets himself get too many stacks. Because that damage like that comes out from lasso plus Firefly with like 5 stacks of napalm will kill pretty much any hero. So he's got to be very careful letting these stacks build up because he doesn't quite know how close Bat Rider is to 6. He knows he's close, but not exact.
Yeah. One of the unlucky parts about sticky napalm now, if you miss one of them, you just
you lose the
build up
stack.
the stacks with how the cooldown is now. Yeah. But the spell is a lot better than it was before. Now that it does damage, just so much better for like everything. So don't be mistaken. I again don't have my hockey. Switch over to player net worth now, and then leave it like that for the rest of the game. Now that we're at the 7-minute mark.
Yeah. I mean, Axe looking very good.
Myself.
It's pretty much expected, I would say, on the offlane Axe here. Yeah. Like, he kind of just gets to play the lane however he wants. That being said, Nango Flow is going to make the rotation in. He does have call available, but I don't know if he's going to get in range. Maybe he'll catch the Jakiro here at the last second. He does. He needs to get the Culling Blade off. The dunk is there. The first blood for speed. He's going to try and hobble away, maybe get the deny off, but nah, Sonic Wave instead committed. The body blocks out onto the Skywrath Mage, allowed Dad to make the rotation on in. It's going to be a double kill for the Quap.
+1.
And a +1, you are correct. Kits, though. Oh, you got to be careful here on this Queen of Pain.
Yeah, if you don't want to give this silencer a +2.
Oh, boy. If he gets in range of the lasso, he's super dead. But they're just kind of kiting him out. They have so much slow, and Kits, he actually might just go down here instead. The dagger taking him down. One more auto attack. He's super dead.
The stick.
That's 4 points dagger, man. That doesn't matter. That's 80 damage a
5
tick.
stick charges. This is 5 stick charges.
He's super dead. It was a brand new dagger.
It was a brand new stick.
How many charges that bad boy can fit inside there?
He might have gone down anyways if they chased him down the hill or something like that. But I think he got his like stick TP'd. I don't know. Their coach is gonna be upset about that one. I can tell you that.
Who's their coach?
I'm not sure if it's like a coach or 2 managers, but they have both Logical and Panders working with them.
Oh yeah, so I know
They've got the same amount of staff as Liquid.
Very pog. All right, bottom lane, Axe of the Call does catch the Slark, Ice Path, but it's too late. He just dunks him. Okay, that was a lot of RNG on that counter Helix. Not what you would expect. They do manage to take down the Axe, but they're gonna try and bring down Nango Flow here. They've got a lot of magic damage, but a big stick there to keep him alive. Plus, of course, those raindrops, reducing a lot of that damage.
Yeah. Hope Batrider's taking notes here. I'd say use a stick.
You deserve nothing.
Thanks, Speed. But yeah, that was some wild RNG on those spins, man. He just turns around, holds his ground, he thinks, okay, I'm gonna die anyways. Might as well stand here and try to trade. Gets the dunk off. +1 infinite armor stacks. We've got a lot of infinite scaling here, actually.
Yeah, we have the Silencer, the Slark, the Axe. That's 3, actually, I believe.
Ooh. Slark picks up the Lance of Pursuit, one of the
That item is
6
so
Slark items
good.
he's ready to pursue.
Didn't they just nerf it in 3?
Did they?
I mean, I'm positive this thing was nerfed. There's just not on the tooltip. Good stuff.
You might be crazy.
I'm pretty sure this got slightly nerfed in the latest C patch or B patch.
I don't recall.
All right, mid lane,
Sorry,
AB1. Goodbye. Maybe they didn't nerf it. Maybe it was just I know the tier 3 ones got nerfed, but I could have sworn Lance Pursuit got its number reduced slightly.
Are you trying to gaslight the entirety of everybody watching right now?
Maybe.
Hey guys, I'm rkryptic and I'm about to gaslight 7,000 people. Okay.
There's not 7,000. Oh my god, there are 7,000 people.
7,000 people you're gaslighting, yes.
It's all right.
I could have sworn. It's not on the patch notes. You can't look it up.
Just take my word for it, guys. I'm never wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Drums completed here on the Visage. How do you feel about this item being picked up? The bongo boots, I am a big fan personally.
Oh boy, speed.
Not so crazy this game.
He's gonna meet the whole team in the bottom lane here. Once again, Ice Path holding him in place. Slark is still just taking a ton of damage, but Global Science a little bit late on that one. They will try and turn around, maybe just burst down the Slark. The lasso's caught the Queen of Pain, but can Dad actually get away? Push back, gets him with the Flame Break as well, and now Kid's in trouble. They just didn't commit these spells fast enough.
Everyone misses.
And yeah,
Not that it matters. They end up finding the kill onto Kits anyways. Yeah, they did not commit those spells fast enough, and now Queen of Pain is just owning. I mean, we talked about the recovery that Batrider could get like outside the laning phase, but I believe you're kind of getting out of control at this point. Speed still is very farmed.
yeah, he's top of the
But he's
network.
also taken 3 deaths. Like every time he goes down, it is a lot of XP going the way of Ravens here.
Yeah.
I don't know the. Oh, hold on. I can press a button for my graphs. I was gonna say I don't have my keypad to hit my hotkey for the graphs, but
Dead even
yeah.
on XP, basically. Just that still slight gold advantage for the side of 5RATFORCESTAFF. I mean, the game's just very close overall.
Mhm.
I think part of that is the Batrider, right? He just now finishes his Boots of Travel, which, you know, not the greatest pickup this late in the game. Like, he would have much rather have had this, like, closer to the 10-minute mark, but
No,
he does
going
have
for
the Ogre Axe now.
BKB immediately after. Yeah, I feel like he's just struggled to be able to take any actual fights until this BKB is done. Hopefully his team is going to be able to make him that space. But when you have a Naga Siren on your team, that is not how it works. It is the opposite. You make the Naga Siren space. Up until you get this Manta style done, at least, at that point, DNM is going to be able to start cutting waves and stalling. But if the enemy team can take control of your jungle while the Naga Siren's cutting waves, you're not finding any farm, and then you can kind of have the Dota funnel problem.
Yeah.
You know the one, right? All your net worth just goes to a single hero, and then eventually the enemy team's gonna be able to 1v5 that hero.
Yeah.
And kill it like a big dumb gold pinata.
I like gold pinatas.
Me too.
Oh, rotation in the mid lane. They are
play?
smokes. That's going to be the blink reveal there from Speed. The call into the Mystic Flare. That's going to be a rough one to deal with this game. Not to mention just ensnare into Mystic Flare. Like, they have multiple ways of just finding these kills. A regen rune's going to be spotted bottom here. And DNM grabs it for himself. Okay, he's got a Manta now.
Now he's gonna be he's gonna go into maximum overdrive as far as cutting these waves and whatnot. This Manta style's down the extra movement speed and more illusions to work with. He's okay, yeah. Look at his efficiency of this man. Were you watching this?
Nope.
Okay. He doesn't need to walk in the secret chop. He brings out his courier to move maybe 10 feet to save him the time. That's how efficient DNM is.
Oh,
Take
yeah.
notes, everybody. This is how you play a carry. No picking up neutral items from the ground, by the way. That would simply waste time. You pick up like 3 neutral items, you end up losing like 0.6 seconds, and then your rotation to a lane is slightly slower. You end up missing out the wave, or someone catches you up because of it.
Yeah.
Bottom lane.
Speed once again. Gonna get found instead. They're maybe trying to go onto the Skywrath Mage. Rotation in from Kits. There's gonna be the global silence trying to give him. I mean, he just can't get out of here. He does get the call onto 2. The ice path is there. Kits thinking of joining the fray, but realizes there's nothing left for him in this fight. It's 3 heroes in the bottom. Pounce off the mark, and Kits will be just fine.
He will be fine, right?
Yeah, it's
right.
6 seconds on Pounce. He'll be okay. So global silence for another 2 kills in the bottom lane. I mean, Axe, yeah, he's super farm, but he's feeding a lot of experience on over to these heroes and gold.
Yeah. So again, they were getting the big dumb gold pinata situation for this Axe. Like, they just keep running them over. DNM's going to be able to get away. They don't have amazing clear for these illusions, thankfully.
That is a 3-hero curse. They need to be careful. Yule's be able to keep Queen of Pain alive for now, but of course, no global signs. Big Sonic Wave, and Dad, he's got the right Naga Siren. They've tossed him up. DNM's just dead. Going in a little bit too far. Speed with the call on the backside onto the Visage. Just gets blown up. No Coaling Blade.
Yeah, they end up dropping the burn at the same time.
They've got the vision on the high ground.
Yep.
And they're looking for another reinitiation. Axe, the blink. 1 second. Oh, he goes onto the low ground, completely misses. Instead, Dismar's gonna go down, but Dad, he's back in onto 81. The drop from the birds. Both supports get blown apart. Coaling Blade will take down the Jakiro, and Kits with the haste rune. He's okay for now. Blink call in
69
1.
agility, very nice.
Oh, that is very nice. You're right. Oh, he's got the call. He's got the call. He's gonna go ahead, drop it onto the Slark there. Yule's to buy him some space. Dad, he needs to get out. The Pounce in 2, but will he be able to? Onto the low ground, he's safe for the moment. The slow from the Grave Chill. Slark makes it out.
That was some impressive hops. This Slark kind of be balling. You see that?
Yeah, he did. Some good
That was some
movement.
directional movement shit there. All right, I'm impressed. The fact that Slark survived that seemed illegal to me. The Axe like caught him out there inside his Shadow Dance, the Berserker's Call. I thought he was dead for sure, but he managed to make it away. Kind of went crazy there though. I think he got like, he definitely went crazy with power there, as he had so many agility stacks this early in the game. He's like, okay, I'm running everyone down. I feel invincible, but unfortunately, you still have awful stat growth rate. You die pretty easily.
Blink underneath the tower. Dismar doesn't have a tossback target. I don't know if they have see this ward. Okay, they do now. I was like, it's kind of hiding behind the outpost, which was kind of interesting.
Wait, sorry, what's hiding behind the outpost?
There was a dire ward like hiding behind the outpost.
ward.
Yeah, you like couldn't really see it.
It's like that the old 2D games where something hides behind a pole, like the classic thing, because there's no 3D environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arcane Rune
Arcane
bottom.
Rune,
Kits trying to bottle it
There's
up.
no way they go on this. They can't go on this.
Come on, you gotta bottle it. All right, there he goes. There's the blank, the call. They get onto the Jakiro, the Calling Blade to get the kill. Again, a very easy combo for them to land this game. Diffusal plus Echo Saber is now done on the Slark. My problem with this Diffusal build is like the hero has 1300 HP. I feel like you have to go the Aghanim Scepter on this hero nowadays, or you're just way too fragile.
It's pretty much what people do.
Blink call. They find the Queen of Pain. He gets the Blade Mail off, but where's the follow? Oh, he ends up tossing the Quap. She gets the Yules off. Global silence there. It's going to pull her right back down. Culling Blade #1 to find themselves the kill to lasso onto the Visage. No mana left on speed, but they found the Jakiro. The net is there. Ice Path Macropyre is down. Dismar with a nice avalanche. Trying to make some space, but it's just not enough. They're chasing him down, running him one by one. Kara, 60 HP. Curse to catch the kill, though. A big win in this mid lane.
It's looking like a big win for 5RAT, man. They're a 5K net worth after that. I mean, they ended up losing that one fight over by, on their side of the jungle, bottom right corner of the map, like 5-10 minutes ago. But they bounced back since then, and we talked about what a good counter this Naga Siren is to absolutely everybody. I am concerned about their way back into this. They don't have great illusion clear, and we're pretty close to an Eye of Scotty already. If you get a heart after that, they just don't have the damage without the illusions anymore.
At all, yeah.
Your supports are just going to get consistently run down. Your towers are going to melt. I don't like the trajectory of where this is going.
Too big to fail, man. That's the Naga Siren in this game. Like we said in lane, obviously
Too big to fail.
It's a rough lane for Ravens to deal with the Naga Siren, but there's like their last pick was this Quap to try and deal with the Bat Rider mid and create some tempo early, and it did work. But look at the Quap's net worth now. She's the last on all 6 cores.
Yep.
It's going to be the DNM show, man.
It's always a DNM show.
Top lane, Avalanche, toss back right onto that Slark. He's going to pop the BKB. Okay, good find there from Dismar. And I do like this. This is what we're talking about as compared to the Doom. It feels like he's having a lot more impact this game, but it's still not easy. Smoked up here on 5RAT. They've got a DD rune on speed. Yeah. Oh, he gets the blink off. Nice positioning there from him, honestly.
And sitting behind the trees there, so they weren't able to catch him until they passed that. Couldn't catch him on the top of the hill there. And that's a man who knows where to idle.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to react to the mid lane, try to defend this tower.
Well,
Fortify still available as well. Yeah, they're going to lose Kara for this.
Yeah. Well, they will prevent the Culling Blade at least, so no more bonus armor, and they do get the tower kill.
Got the tower. Yeah, and Kara can...
Benjaz? Alright, he gets the birds out. There's no BKB on Kids. He was forced to use it. Okay, well, you got Songed. You got a Depth Shroud still on the Slark, but no ult. You're about to get 2 hero called into the mid lane, but a Yules there will stop him. Naga Siren in some trouble. Slark just getting destroyed. The global silence comes through as well. Tiny, the next to fall. Speed, he needs a blink, but interrupted though thanks to this Wraith Pact. Kits is chasing. He's got a lasso. He's got his eyes set on the Visage, and they will turn it into another kill.
I'm going to be honest with you. I would not be surprised if they GG'd out just after that one. That was insane. This Slark got like turned on and blown up immediately.
Yeah, like I said, you need an Ags on this hero. The Diffusal doesn't really do you anything because like you're still not tanky enough. You can't kill heroes right now. There's certain games where like Diffusal is good, like last game particularly on the Pango for the reasons you pointed out, and there's certain heroes that like really take advantage of Diffusal. I don't think Slark is one of those heroes anymore.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, before it helped him ramp up a little bit faster, come online, find kills, but now you ramp up, you get the extra agility with the Aghanim Scepter just by building up these stacks faster and having the ability to get in and out of fights. Like, that's just how the heroes played now. Diffusal Blade, I don't think... It just delays everything else too much. It's not worth grabbing. And he's not going to have his Aghanim Scepter when he needs it. You're now playing against like a 10k net worth advantage. They go for a smoke, but this feels kind of desperate.
They're trying to find the Naga Siren, right? They know DNM is bottom.
To make this happen. You've got 20 seconds. It's got to happen while this Song of the Siren
Axe is going to pop the smoke. They think the real Naga is in there, but she's not. Oh. And now Speed, he's got a blink in too. He's going to look for a counter initiation here, but They don't have the cat. What? Wait a minute. He does. He goes in. He manages to find the Slark. Pops the blade mail. Slark! He's dead again! The Song of the Siren comes out. DNM's not done chasing. He's looking for these heroes. The toss will give some space for Kits, but he's got an Acer. He's just gonna chase him down. Kara instantly dead. And of course, Dismar. You can't run away from the Bat Rider, man. 3 more kills.
Yeah, run you down with Firefly, and that was like a desperation smoke out of your base. They were looking for anything, and they ended up catching a bunch of illusions. Speed ends up turning that one on them. Again, morale was low before. Morale is even lower now.
Yeah, that Ancient Seal, man, it just destroyed the Slark. Went right through him. He took so much damage from that Mystic Flare. And, you know, more permanent armor for this axe. It's good stuff.
Yeah. 6 stacks of
1.5 each
armor now.
Yeah. It's actually so weird how certain like things like stack per level, but other ones don't. Like Necrophose's like ultimate does not work like Culling Blade. Like the bonus regen you get is based on what you got when it was acquired versus Axe, which like scales with each level as like a multiplier.
Yeah. Consistency, absolutely not.
Yeah. Top lane Tiny, trying to go for a D ward. Yeah, I don't know. Not much you can do there.
Unfortunate. Unlucky, truly.
Silence, fool.
So we haven't really talked about Naga Siren in the last few minutes, and I know you said once she has heart, it's going to be a problem. And I'm not sure if you've noticed, but he's almost got that heart address. 900 gold away.
Yeah. Have I ever told you about what my therapist says?
Just ignore it.
If there's no solution to a problem, it's not a problem. It's part of your life.
Okay, nice. Nango Flow gets found here by Kits. Global Silence comes through. Okay, DNM finds his own kill, but there's going to be the lasso in a moment. They don't even want to drop the Mystic Flare. They might need... No, they don't actually need to. They actually just have so much silence.
Right, so where I was going with this one is DNM is just part of their life now.
I see.
Because there's no solution to this.
There really is no solution. That is true.
You want me to analyze? I'm analyzing.
This is why you get paid the big bucks, man.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Maybe you hope Naga Siren like just kind of AFKs there and you to build fat stacks of essence shift off him for like 15-20 minutes. Which expire faster than they do before now. Isn't it crazy? Now at level 25, Slark's essence stacks last, what, 130 seconds? That's almost what the ability did at like level 7 before.
Was it really? Did they really used to last that long?
It used to last 120 seconds. It was 15, 30, 60, 120.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it was a good hero. I don't think the hero's that amazing anymore, but anyway, DNM is soloing Roche.
Yeah, what can you do?
You love to see it.
He's got the Heart of Tarrasque. He's gonna get himself an Aegis. I actually don't think you should give DNM the Aegis. Like, this hero can't die, like, at all. It's like literally impossible for him to die. So I think you like give it to Kits or Speed and just let them go crazy. But
he's gonna take it anyway.
DNM's greedy, man. This is what we refer to as the farming Aegis.
When is the wealth gonna start trickling down?
That's the joke, kiddo. It never does.
That's the deep part. It doesn't. Certainly, if we give DNM more money and more things, the rest of us will get rich, right?
No, they're gonna give him tax breaks first because he's being such a good helper to stimulate the game's economy.
Oh.
He's doing so much work for like generating wealth for his team that they're just actually gonna just give him more money, and then we're gonna like front his tax bill because like we need to.
Oh.
Because you have to make up for it, right?
Yeah, I don't understand, but those sounded like a bunch of smart things. So I'm gonna take you aware that those are good things.
Yeah, those are all really, really, really good for everyone else.
Yeah, that's good. Why are we paused, anyways? We'll probably have it. Was my aggressive admins immediately type reason in all chat after somebody pauses?
All caps
I think I might have Nina
with an
muted.
emote.
Yeah, I might have the admin muted. It's possible.
That sounds likely with Nina.
Yeah. I should tell you off stream. I'm gonna tell you a funny Nina story later.
Ooh, okay.
God bless that man's soul.
I do like funny stories. Ooh, Slark gets a
Especially
mind
about
breaker.
Mina.
That's a pretty good one. That being said, I don't know if it really changes much for him, as he is still very underfarmed. Okay, my guess is he disassembles the Echo Saber into the Axe just so he gets it right away. And then, I mean, maybe you reassemble for another or for like the Echo Saber after that, but
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
yeah. It's like, that's definitely the play. But
Yeah, and then you disassemble again for the BKB when you
okay,
need
he's
it.
gonna go to the Mage Slayer. I was like, the only other option is Mage Slayer, which is actually pretty good. So this is what I think you should do on this hero. I think you just go Echo Saber, Ags, disassemble into Mage Slayer, like every single time on this hero, and you just don't build Diffusal. Yules
I mean,
will
it
catch the
reduces
Axe. Oh, well. Okay.
Oh,
Close. He
okay,
gets the TPM.
away.
I mean, you didn't want to commit Lasso onto the Jakiro, I suppose. So,
Yeah. I mean, the Mage Slayer on Slark makes sense. He's getting blown up by magic damage this game. It also, like if the Axe calls him, actually reduces the damage from counter Helix,
yeah.
even though it's pure. So it's spell damage that it reduces. So
Yep.
it's why in the past we'd see things like Slarks or other heroes picking up Mage Slayer against heroes like Bristleback, and the magic resistance you get from this item is actually just better than Hooded Defiance now. It doesn't give you the same HP regen or barrier like it does, but it's just like a good ass item. It's been power creeped in my opinion.
Well, what happened is for some reason, Mage Slayer just had less magic resistance than all of the cloak upgraded items, like by a significant margin, and it made it like borderline useless. Like no one understood why that was the case. So they finally just made it on par with like the Eternal Shroud, the Hood of Defiance, the pipe, like all these other items that just gave tons of magic resistance with it. They're like, okay, it actually matches now.
Dude, the other things give 18% on like Hood of Defiance, 25% on Mage Slayer. You truly do just slay mages with this item.
Pipe is still 30, I believe.
Yeah, it's true. But a pipe in this economy, I don't think so.
The 1800 recipe or something. That thing is absurd. It's like this. It's like probably the top 5 most expensive recipes in the game.
Yeah,
I'd have to like go through them, but it's definitely up there. It is ridiculous how much that item costs.
it's true.
Mid lane. Ooh, speed. He was looking for dad there. Oh, mid
I
tower
think we're
goes
all
down.
looking for death.
Oh god. Oh, cloak of flames and a ceremonial robe. Okay, so we'll listen the cloak back. I was curious if he's gonna keep it on the Naga Siren because it does work on illusions. And it's
I'm still laughing at my own joke.
Yeah, you're just still chuckling, huh?
Yeah, I'm the funniest guy I know. The Cloak of Flame still works in illusions. Yeah, it's pretty busted. It's like Radiance Light. You know, Radiance with half the calories and none of the cost.
Yeah. So they are.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Slark was able to get the blink out. Or the blink, but the leap out, he did scout them on this ward, which is now expiring. They just are trying to get these waves pushed in to start applying pressure. They're doing a pretty good job on Ravens to actually cut these waves. Like, they're all farming super aggressively. Benjaz just sitting at their tier 2. Of course, you see Dismar at the top tier 2. So they're doing a pretty good job with this. Slark not carrying. Oh, he does have sentries. He just is afraid to plant them right now.
Your map is getting quite small. It's like you mentioned, they've got decent vision, but oh, that was an aggressive blink. I don't think, yeah, you don't lose the Jakiro here. Yulsep is going to buy him a little bit of time, and Dismar is just sitting up there waiting to potentially like blink in, throw somebody back in the tier 4s.
Oh, the blink lasso. The BKB comes through. Slark just instantly dead. Again, that's what we're talking about from the draft. You just followed up the global, and there's nothing that you can do. That Aether Lens range, man. Just too good.
I mean, Dismar was right there. He gets the avalanche off. He's trying to toss like people back in order to save the Slark, but Global Science is coming out just too fast. Stops the initiation.
All right, Aegis expires there. DNM up onto the high ground. Of course, sitting at 4,200 HP, gonna get tossed back. Has Song of the Siren. I don't know if they have the damage to chew through him, but they are gonna start trying. Just pops the mantle, walks away, throws a little ensnare on over to Tiny. They dunk him, looking for more, as DNM has completely out-regened all of the damage they have dealt. And Benjaz, he's got this curse ticking on him. He has to be very careful. Dude, look at the illusions.
Look what's happening. It's just getting
just so
zoned
rough.
out by the Naga illusions. They can't do anything about this.
And every single time a hero shows, they have to be careful of just this blink call that comes in from speed now. But with Stark respawning, they will respect it. They back on out as they had forced a tiny buyback.
Yeah. They got a reset for now. I mean, maybe wait for the next Roche before pushing into the base. I'm going to see that one respond in the next 2 minutes. This is a rough situation, to be sure. I mean, I've seen 20k an hour leads before that didn't feel this rough. Again, it feels like there's absolutely no solution to this Naga Siren.
Like you said, it's just part of their life, neph.
Yeah.
She's going for the Axe.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, mid lane, this has just been... Okay, they just have Slark's number. Not to mention, that ward has been there for a solid, like, 5 minutes, and they should have known by now, but they didn't know. But Tiny, also dead. Lasso in the mid lane's also going to bring Benjaz right on inside of them. They get the call. They get the global silence. Kara goes down. Just tap out. This has got to be GG. Ravens getting absolutely bodied here in this series.
Yeah.
And there it is.
There it is. They finally tap out 2-0, despite the fact that Ravens, they come in out of the group stage as the top seed in this one. They lose to 5RAT, which is the bottom seed out of this. It ended up being a pretty convincing 2-0 victory. I don't think either game was really that close. 5RAT looking clean, man. Looking in the same sort of form that a lot of people expected in the last chance regional qualifiers. A lot of qualifiers in Dota now.
Yeah, this is just... Like, I don't want to say it's just like completely an outdraft, because it's not like it wasn't entirely just an outdraft. Like, they just outplayed them as well. And I think Ravens...
They're so good at their timings
on
5RAT, man.
I think Ravens tried to do something special here with the Slark as like that hard counter to the Batrider, but it didn't really do what they wanted, right? They just moved the Batrider to a different lane. And then, you know, Queen of Pain has no game because she's the only one who can really do anything here. Visage is impossible to play into the Naga Siren. So it's just so much on the shoulders of Nango Flow here. And it's a rough one, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, they just weren't able to play fast enough. I think the Naga Siren kind of came out of nowhere on them. It surprised them. You saw it and you were like, okay, this is it. It's the hero for this game. And it did absolutely body them. The Queen of Pain, despite doing so well in the lane, you know, eventually just couldn't keep up with the rest of these heroes. So well played by 5RAT. They're looking, you know, much better again. I was getting messages from people a little bit concerned about the shape they were in. You know, their roster hasn't exactly been that stable, but they're back, man.
They are, man. They're looking really strong. And you know what else is pretty strong? You want to take a guess?
Our friendship?
Okay, I'll take that. Not the answer I was looking for, but I'll take it. I was gonna say HyperX product catalog right now is looking super strong. For those of you who don't know, HyperX is the sponsor of this tournament, and they just released their brand new Armada 25-inch full HD gaming monitor. It is out. You guys can head on over to the website and use promo code HXBTS Armada and get 20% off the MSRP all the way through the remainder of the BTS Pro Series 12. It's a sick monitor. Now, I know in the past, like HyperX has done some sick sponsored stuff for us. Neph, we've had the headsets. We love them. I know you're using it, like literally.
No, I'm not. This is Costa Bile's headset.
No, I was gonna say, like, you use it all the time, right?
No, Costa Bile's using my headset right now.
Oh my gosh. Well, either way,
they're just using my stuff.
Their headsets were sick. I don't know if you guys have looked into this monitor at all, but it is actually it's probably one of the best monitors I have seen come out in a long time. They just don't mess around with the stupid stands. They're like, here, we'll just give you a mounting arm because that's what everyone wants anyway. Spec wise, it's top notch. It's a good piece of hardware. I'm a big fan.
I'm going to pick one up when I get home. I'm needing a new monitor. My current one is dying on me,
Yeah, I feel that,
which
man. I
is
feel that.
unfortunate.
But we got one more series coming up. You know, it was a quick 2-0 from 5RATFORCESTAFF, but that doesn't mean we are done for the day. We have the Cut taking on SG Esports coming up next. I'm not sure if it's going to happen right away or if it's going to be at the scheduled time. I think we've done rolling schedules, but it might be a little bit of delay since those series were a little bit fast. So we'll see. Neph, final thoughts on that first series?
5RAT looking a lot cleaner. I think that they're understanding their timings quite well. A couple things that were even could have been done differently is like, I don't know, the Slark diffusal blade you mentioned yourself felt a little bit weird. I think it slowed down the rest of the build, but just better drafts and better timings around their drafts than 5RAT4 fundamental understanding of the game just seems superior there. The Visage picks didn't really work out that well, in my opinion. I think that's something that needs to be rethought a little bit, and I think they need to be a little bit more careful about these like one heroes that are going to completely counter their drafts instead of trying to ban out speed with like 5 different bans. I don't know. It's hard, but thankfully this is the upper bracket game. They have a chance to bounce back and still make it in the grand finals, and they look damn good in the group stage. So I'd be surprised if we didn't see Ravens in the final if they sort out some of these issues.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely see what they do. They're down but not out, of course, so it is what it is. But congratulations to 5RATFORCESTAFF. Obviously, they're going to move on to play the winners of our next series, which we'll have after just a short break, everyone. So stay tuned for more here. Again, this is the BTS Pro Series 12, brought to you by HyperX. My name is rkryptic. I'm here with neph. We'll see you in a bit.